It was this girl, met her, cool chick, throughout the conversation. And then she told me, like, well, I don't have for marriage. And I was like, okay, well, are you a virgin? And she was like, no. But I asked what happened, and this guy cheated on her, hurt her, and all this other stuff. One day, she started talking about Usher, how she was excited to go to the Usher concert. She's going to be front row, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, oh, wow, you sound like you ready to go with Usher. She started smiling like you never know. But for a regular dude, he got to marry you to get the same thing. This is what she said in response. I'm not lying to you. She said, well, young, living every day, giving it to you and cutting straight. YLE said it. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Now listen, y'all, today this topic is based upon something I was thinking about, I came up with, and I want to elaborate that with y'all. It's called Women Behave Differently Based Upon the Guy It Is. And I can tell you firsthand, I'm going to give you a few stories. One of those stories I remember, I was talking to this girl a while back, and she asked me specifically, she said, what do you rate me on a scale from 1 to 10? I was honest with her. I said, you a 6. She was upset. She had a little attitude about it. But then, you know, she got back to reality and understood. She was trying to get to the bottom of why I thought that. I'm like, that's my personal opinion. A lot of guys don't really know what beauty actually look like. So when they see certain girls, they assume they're a lot more attractive than they actually are. You just haven't really been around very attractive girls before. But somebody like me that been to other countries, specifically Colombia, who've seen some of the most beautiful women in the world, I know what real beauty looks like, right? But I told her she was a 6, right? But see, it was hard for her to understand that because she gets so much attention like other girls from a whole lot of different guys, and they think since guys get them sexual attention, that means they're very attractive. Not understanding that men will sleep with anything. I've seen guys 6'4" in top tier shape walking around with whales. You would have thought I was in SeaWorld somewhere. I was like, listen, you cool. I like what's going on. Let's continue to build on this vibe and see where it goes from there. That's just the kind of time I was on. That's the kind of time I'm on, period. Right? She was like, okay. But somehow in the conversation, she started asking about money and stuff like that. So I was already like, you know, had my eyes open. I was listening very closely. Started talking about finances. And then she somehow thought I said I make $800,000, but I was like, look, hypothetically speaking, I said, say I was making $800,000 a year, XYZ, XYZ. When I said that, her whole body language changed. She thought I was indirectly saying that, but this was a hypothetical. I guess she missed the hypothetical part and she heard $800,000. I kid you not, the whole dynamics of the conversation changed. At that moment, I saw what it was like for her to perceive the guy making $800,000 and how those guys get treated, right? She treated me well before, but this was a whole different level of treatment when she thought that I made $800,000 a year. She started changing up. Then she started telling me personal stories like, well, my dad was a professional football player, so I know how it goes. And then it went from, I got to be the only girl, to when she thought I made $800,000 a year, she was like, well, if it's going to be other girls, I got to be the number one girl. And that moment right there, that's when I knew. When you thought I was just a regular dude, you treated me well, but you thinking, well, since I'm a regular guy, oh, you can't have no other women. Oh, you make $800,000 a year? All right, cool. You can have other girls, but I got to be number one. That was her mindset. That's what she said. So I'm just letting y'all know that women will treat you differently based upon who you are. It don't just have to be a money thing, you know. It could be your height. It could be your looks. You know, I got friends that's really tall. You know, one of my friends, cool dude, he like 6'7". You know, he didn't told me he been in spots before and they think he a professional basketball player. Nah, he didn't use it to his advantage like he could because he ain't that kind of guy. I ain't gonna lie, if he is a black American guy, most American guys is 6'7", they use that to their advantage. If a girl think he play basketball, they gonna smash. That's just how it's gonna go. And I'll never forget, he told me he was out and they thought he played basketball. He said no, and then he said the girl was like, listen, you could tell us we ain't trying to do nothing to you. You can keep it real with us. They was so convinced that he played ball and he was telling them the truth. They didn't even want to hear the truth. They wanted to believe the lie that he played ball. That goes to show you some of these women like to be lied to, right? But we ain't gonna get sidetracked. That's one story right there. Then I had another story. It was this girl. Never forget this neither. Met her, cool chick. Throughout the conversation, I guess she assumed that I was, going to direct the conversation towards sex. And then she told me like, well, I don't have sex before marriage. And I was like, okay, well, are you a virgin? And she was like, no. But I asked what happened, and this guy cheated on her, hurt her, and all this other stuff. Now that she been hurt by this dude, now you want somebody else to pay for another man's mistakes. And not only you want somebody to pay for another man's mistakes, you want him to pay full price for it. He got to marry you, finance something that you gave to somebody for free, based upon something somebody else did, right? Check this out. Again, this goes back to what I say, women behave differently based upon the man it is. One day, she started talking about Usher, how she was excited to go to the Usher concert. She's going to be front row, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, oh, wow, it sounds like you ready to, you sound like you ready to go with Usher. She started smiling like you never know. So I said, I thought you said you was waiting till you married. She's like, I am waiting till I get married, but that's Usher. That's different. I said, so you mean to tell me you go to a concert, you get up to Usher tonight, but for a regular dude, he got to marry you to get the same thing? This is what she said in response. I'm not lying to you. She said, well, he better get his status up. Get the fuck out of here. That's exactly what she said. Well, he better get his status up. So that goes back to what I'm saying. Women behave differently based upon the guy it is. It's all based upon how she perceive you. You might not even necessarily be top tier dude. You might not necessarily be high status, but say she perceive you as that, she'll treat you that way. It's all about how you make them feel. Most women don't have critical thinking skills. Most women don't operate off reality. It's all about how you make them feel. I've been able to date women that most men probably can't date. I've dated girls who've dated football players, like they've been in the NFL before. Not a lot of them, a few. One of them was extremely annoying. I had to stop that. That's another topic. But like I said, it all stems based upon a guy. You might not be tall. You could be like really easy on the eyes. You're gonna be able to get women that most guys can't get. That's it. That's this game. You might be muscular, tall. You're gonna be able to get girls that most dudes can't get. My homeboy, I was telling him about a girl at the time, and he was like, I know her. And then he asked me her last name, and I told her her last name. He was like, oh wow, this was my homie at the time. He smashed a lot of girls. He's like, oh wow, you hit her too. He's like, yeah. So we started talking or whatever the case is, and he was like, what? And he was like, she ain't never gave me no neck. And that's another example right there, because maybe she liked me more than she liked him at the time. You see what I'm saying? I was able to get a little more than he was able to get from her. It's not me trying to say I'm better, but the point I'm trying to make is women are different for different dudes. Some girls might be crazy. Been some women that have been crazy as ever, but then she get around the next guy, she calm and soft and loving and caring. It's just some dudes just have a way, like his aura, the way he is, his decision making, his conciseness. It just make her more comfortable, and she might just be differently for him than she was for the other guy. Maybe it just could be something simple as him being honest, because a lot of dudes be lying. That's another topic, but the point I'm trying to make is this guy could have been honest with her, told her what time it was, and she wasn't going crazy flipping out because she like, he's been honest with me. I'm so tired of being lying. I'm so tired of being lied to. He being real, and I already find him highly attractive for whatever that reason is. So I'm just saying is, they are different for different people. She might been cheating on the last dude. I listen, I know personally, I know guys that been with girls that he know that she cheated on her ex-boyfriend to be with him. Most of the time, I wouldn't trust that, right? The likelihood of that happening is very small as far as it being successful. But I know a guy specifically, a few of them, not a lot, a few of them, where they took their girl from other dudes and they in happy relationships right now, and they women are faithful to them, which is rare. But I'm just saying, the point I'm trying to make is you don't want to take somebody girl away from them because you might not get that same shoot. That's not a high success rate, but these guys were able to do it because women are different for different dudes, and the one dude took her away so effortlessly, like you can clearly tell, like she was with this guy waiting on the right guy to walk into her life. Literally, the guy she was with he was a pawn on the chessboard. And that's a conversation I'm gonna have as well. This is why you got to be that guy as well. You need to be that guy. You have to be the man that she wants. You have to be the man that she willing to do more for than she's ever done for any other guy. You have to be that guy because you're going to get the best out of her. You're going to get her in a way nobody else has. You know, that's why, not trying to loop back to the last video, but that's what I'm saying in the last video when I was telling y'all, don't wait 7 months in the friend zone because you're going to be on slippery ice. See how he had to wait 7 months in the friend zone, but I guarantee somebody else was stroking that without no problem. Women are different for different dudes. And it's different variables. It can be your ethnic group, it can be height, it can be muscles, it can be looks, it can be status, it can be, you know, charisma, location. It's a lot of different factors that play in it. You know, I wouldn't go in with ego and I'ma steal his B. I know I look better. Nah. I wouldn't do that if I was you. 9 chances out of 10, if she done it to him, she'll do it to you. Those guys that I know are exceptions to the rule. Don't do what they did. You can't do what they did. You know, that's just the truth. I personally wouldn't take no girl from nobody else because the likelihood on that is low, you know. But in general, they are different for different people. Everything, whether it's social media, whether it's Hinge, Tinder, Bumble, any dating that. While you trying to shoot your shot at a girl, guess what? It's gonna be another dude that's gonna get in easy, effortlessly. Like I'm talking about, he not even really like saying them but one-word responses to the girl, and she all over him. Now, if you gave one-word responses, she might unmatch you. Different guys make women feel differently. Sometimes it don't even have to be that you did something wrong. It just be you just don't match with that girl. You can say all the right things the right way at the right time, and it's not enough because you just not that guy. Woman might be disrespectful to one dude, calling him B's, H's, you's a lame, you broke, you bummy. Get around another dude, act completely different, act like a sweet angel, giggly, smiling, all kind of stuff. Like it happens like that. Now, status ain't everything, but it does matter. But you can still be a lame and have status and get used. Now, if you that dude and you got status, it's an enhancer. Status is an amplifier. It's not everything, but it certainly matters. You know, certainly get you in the room. That don't guarantee you a dance though. Let's be honest about that. But you know, that is something that I had to share with y'all because it's the truth. You know, it's guys that got high level statuses right now. High level status right now. Girlfriends, wives getting stroked by regular Tyrones. He in the right place at the right time, charismatic, he confident. He don't care about none of that. He's shooting at everything that he like. She giving him choosing signals. He react to him. He put in his bid. It's girls right now, celebrity women that's getting stroked by regular dudes. You might not hear about it. They not going to put it up in front. But yeah, it's there. It happens. You know, it can happen just because you ain't that dude. It can happen just because you think it can't happen. Celebrities get them dudes, it's guys, basketball players, athletes, they get cheated on a lot. Obviously, they do a lot of cheating, but they get cheated on a lot too. Different conversation, but the point I'm trying to make to you is different guys get treated differently. You might try to talk to a girl, she act like you don't exist. Your homeboy come in, she starts smiling and try to talk to him. They behave differently for different dudes. That's a fact, man. This is another one I got for y'all. A dude, he was my friend at the time, and I remember he was talking to this woman. She had been in a 5-year relationship, right? 5 years. He literally had her sending him naked pictures in 2 weeks. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. They behave differently for different dudes. She was in a 5-year relationship, probably took that dude who knows how long to get the draws. To be exact, he was stroking her and she was sending him naked pictures in 2 weeks. So imagine somebody get 5 years of their life and in 2 weeks another dude she's sending naked pictures to, as if she's not in a relationship. I remember the time my cousin had a friend. One of my cousins had this friend, and I was talking to this girl. She went to a different school and stuff like that. She told me she was single and everything. Literally told me she was single. All I know is I told my cousin, you know, we talking, and I tell him, he like, what's her name? So I tell her name. I showed him a picture. He like, oh shoot. He like, that's my homeboy's girlfriend. Oh. And I'm like, really? I'm like, well, shoot, man, listen. If that's your homeboy, I'll tell him to break up with her because she denied his existence. Damn. The girl was literally on me trying to meet up, single. She was like firm on being single, like as talking to me, calling my phone, acting as if she did not have a boyfriend. How much she liked me, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They act different for different dudes. Man, it happens like that. I had this one girl over my crib. All I know is before she came over my crib, we had met up and we was hanging out. And next thing you know, she came over to the crib. You know, I'm busting her down. I'm painting man sauce all on her back and everything. You know, she swallowing kids and, you know, I'm painting her face, all kind of stuff. I kid you not, man. She used to send me dirty text messages. Next time I want you to release all over my face. We'll just say that.
The dick did that.
And you know, and then after that, one day she invited me over to her crib. I come to her crib, you know, I'm checking, looking, I'm always observing. Wasn't no got shoes around, wasn't no clothes or nothing. And then I never forget, I was talking to her this one day and she was like, she was on her way to the crib. Her phone was about to die. And she was like, call me when I get to the crib. I'm like, all right, cool. She gave me her phone number, called her when she got to the house. She gave me her house phone number, called her when she got home. Kid you not, as soon as I called her phone, a dude picked up. Dude picked up the phone. All I heard was her in the background arguing with the dude. Then I just hung the phone up. Had a boyfriend the whole time. While she in a relationship, full-blown relationship, telling me she want me to release all over her face. I like the way you taste. That's what she said. So the point I'm trying to make again, they behave differently for different dudes. But listen, y'all, but before I get out of here, let's be on our purpose. Let's be on our grind. Let's get the money on point. Let's get the mind on point. Let's get the body on point. Develop them social skills. Last but not least, get you a passport, travel to a destination of your liking. Make sure you do your research, your homework first. Because I'm telling you, you pick the right location that you like. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It'll change your life. It's going to open your mind like Vicks Vapor Rub. But again, remember, y'all, women act different for different dudes. Make sure that you are that guy. Because you don't want to be those dudes that's getting played. Act as if she's single while she's with you, because you're just something to do till she finds something better or something she truly desires. Let me know y'all opinions down in the comment section. Any guy that have any of these experiences where you experienced this, or when a woman lied to you and you thought she was single, but she actually had a man, and you did what you did because you didn't know. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another friend. Listen, I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no cap. Bust it down like packs.